After that, Yamaguchi sticks to her relentless methods. With her using the vacuum to suck me dry every 3 hours, I seriously feel more like the sack of semen than anything else. The whole process is extremely dehumanizing, and the thought that I only exist to spew cum leaves me with a heavy heart. I feel like something bad will happen if I don't do something. And yet, there's really nothing I can do with Yamaguchi. This is more like torture than titillation. Damn it all. I take a walk around the hospital in a bit to calm my angst. The dark and quiet hospital is a little creepy, but doesn't really bother me right now. I don't suppose it'd do any good to lodge a complaint. I whisper the words, but know it's out of the question. Just imagining how Yamaguchi would react if I were to do such a thing. Maybe I should just ask to be transferred to another hospital. I sigh again as I continue to aimlessly wander around the hospital. It's still long before I can hear a voice from the lit hospital room. It's the nasal but sentimental voice of a woman. And because it seems somewhat familiar, I approach the room as quietly as I can.
もう二宮さんったらお話とっても面白かったです。
Okay, so it is going to be shown. Alright, like, I was like, are they not going to show the reason why she doesn't have time? Wow, Ninomiya, that was really interesting. Ah, you flatter me. I look through the gap in the door and can't believe my eyes. That delinquent Yamaguchi isn't just smiling brightly, she's even coming across as flirtatious.
それじゃあ二宮さん、血圧を測らせていただきますね。
Alright, Ninomiya, it's time to take your blood pressure. Haha, it tickles when you put it on like that.
ごめんなさい。二宮さん、とっても男らしい腕だったんで、つい。
So sorry, it's just that your arms are so manly and all. For whatever reason, I find myself grinding my teeth angrily. I can't help but feel frustrated and jealous over the difference in treatment.
はい。血圧も体温も正常値です。もうすっかり元気ですね。二宮さん、治療頑張ってきましたもんね。
You know, she would probably treat this man the same if she was forced to like jerk him off every 3 fucking hours. Like you have to like stand back and realize like, hey, this is probably just a patient who's like, oh, he has like a sickness that's probably like low maintenance or something. And he's probably just like a sweet guy. While you are so complicated to take care of. Every 3 hours, you have to have like a nearly hour, maybe even 2 hour process where you have to be jerked off, or like even worse, and you keep complaining, making loud noises, you smell, you're fucking ugly, like you're just really not somebody people would want to touch or be around. You're annoying, you have just like a shit personality. Like, of course they're going to treat you differently to a patient who seems to be like somewhat nice and easy to take care of. Like, you just have to like stand back and think like, maybe it's not the fault of the nurse, but it's the fault of me. Alright, your blood pressure and body temperature are normal. You'll be back on your feet in no time. You've really worked hard to get better, haven't you? Haha, you're embarrassing me. Yumi is an attractive man who looks like he works for an advertising agency or something. Yamaguchi fizzes as she looks at him with upturned eyes. I can instantly tell that she's in love with him. But how are you doing, Yamaguchi? I feel like I've been doing all the talking. How is your job treating you? There you go, what a nice fucking guy. What a nice man. Like, this is how you should be to the nurses, not being like to the buzzer like, hey, you haven't jerked me off in exactly 3 hours. Where are you? Jerk me off. Like, yes, you have a condition, but also your personality and your like the way you are as a human being, it's not helping you. Like, even if you have a condition, you also, as a human being, worsen what everybody else thinks about you.
大丈夫ですよ。今日はもう全然忙しくないんで。
Huh? Oh, you know, same old, same old. I'm not busy at all today.
あ、でも違いますよ。暇だから来てるとかじゃなくて、私、二宮さんと話をしてるといつも楽しい時間を過ごさせてもらえるから。
But don't get me wrong, I'm not here because I'm bored. I just really enjoy talking with you is all.
だからもっと二宮さんと一緒にいたいっていうか、変な意味じゃなくて、
And that's why I'd like to spend even more time with you, but not in a weird way. And you, Yamaguchi makes excuses as she continues to squirm and fidget. The smile is so pleasant that you could almost mistake her as cute. You could almost mistake her as cute? Bitch, sit the fuck down. She is cute. Like, she's trying her hardest to get that man. And like, good for her, get that fucking guy with all the money. But to me, it comes across as creepy because I know who she is on the inside. I mean, if he was like this big masochist, he would be in for a lottery win. You know? Yamaguchi, there's so many things about you that are hard to believe. But not busy? What does she mean by that? She's just lying to like flirt. God, you're not the only person in the world. Some people lie to come across as like, you know. She's flirting. You're not the only person in the world. Shut the fuck up. Yamaguchi is always complaining about not having enough time on her hands. Have you ever heard? Well, of course you haven't heard about flirting. Who the fuck would want to be with you? Could it be that she's limiting her time on me so that she can spend more time with Ninomiya? I mean, she's probably just limiting her time with you because she doesn't want to spend the time with you. Like, who the fuck would want to spend like 2 hours sucking you off? Be so for real. How dare she treat her patients differently? Can you blame her though? Can you blame her though? I find myself growing increasingly angry. But can you blame her though? I'm so angry in fact that I just want to scream in the hospital room. But it wouldn't be a good idea to make a big fuss over it here. I hope she would stab you. I'll say it to her face when she shows up tomorrow. Oh, good luck with that, buddy. Good fucking luck. I hope she stabs you directly in your room with no witnesses.
二宮さん、遠慮しないでもっと私に甘えてくださいね。
Feel free to flatter me all you want, Ninomiya. Completely oblivious to what I've decided, Yamaguchi continues to lay it on thick in the hospital room. Wow, oh, you're such a big boy. You're going to stand up to the big girl nurse. Oh, what a big, strong boy. You're going to say it outright as it is. How dare this nurse treat the patients differently? You deserve to be also flirted with. How dare she? What the fuck do you think is she going to do? Do you think she's going to be like, oh my god, sorry, like, I'm so sorry that I'm not spending, like, more than an hour, like, sucking you off, like, I will change my ways, I will spend actually, like, all day with you, like, even if you don't need to be sucked off, I will just spend with you, just, like, reading you, like, stories and playing games with you, because I've actually changed my mind. You're actually the most attractive person ever. I just love when my men are like not attractive and they reek of like cum and sweat. Oh my god, you're the most attractive guy ever. Like, be so fucking for real. Of course she doesn't want to spend time with you. So delusional. The next day.
おい山田、今日もザーメン絞ってやっからとっととチンポ出しな。
Oh, Yamada, time for a milking. I would have. Yamaguchi sounds like her delinquent self again as she arrives with the usual vacuum in tow.
だてめえしけた面しやがって。せっかく私が来てやったんだ。今日もご苦労様くらい言えねえのかよ。
What the fuck is wrong with you? Came to help you. The least you can do is thank me. I mean, this is different than what happened in the manga. In the manga, she was a lot more likable, and he actually had like somewhat of a crush on her. Like, it was a very different tone in the manga. She actually came to him and told him like, oh, I have a crush on this guy. That's why I don't have time, because I want to spend time with the guy. Like, she straight up told him, and she was like, yeah, like, I don't know what to do, like, I'm so shy, and I don't want to, like, I don't know, like, how to approach him, and, like, he's going to leave in, like, a day or two, and I don't know how to, like, tell him that I want to date him. And she was telling this to Yamada. Like, she was sitting on his bed and being like, oh no, like, what do I do? Like, she was being really girly and, like, upfront to Yamada. Like, they were forming, like, this friendship together. Like, almost like a friendship together. And she was, like, pouring out her feelings to Yamada. Like, she was telling him how she likes this guy. And how he's, like, super handsome. And how she, like, really wants to be with him. And it went on, like, for several days, like, how she would go to Yamada and, like, milk him and talk about, like, how she talked to this guy and how she's really in love with him and how she wishes she could be with him, but how she's so shy and doesn't know how to, like, talk to him. And they would talk, like, genuinely, like, talk like friends together about how she has this cute, like, almost adorable crush on this guy. Yamaguchi clicks her tongue at me as she prepares to make me ejaculate like she always does. I saw you, Yamaguchi!
Huh? 見たって何をだよ。
Huh? What the fuck did you see? You always complain about not having the time. That's not true at all, is it? The truth is that you just want to spend that time with that Ninomiya patient of yours. You rush through patients you don't give a shit about like me just so that you can spend more time with them. How dare you? This is so irresponsible of you.
覗いてたってのか？たく、悪趣味な野郎だな。
Huh? You're spying on me. For fuck's sake. You're peeping Tom too. I get angry at her in my own way, hoping to take control of the situation. But Yamaguchi is quick to dismiss it, as if she's not feeling even the least bit of pressure.
まあそういうことだ。私は二宮さんと1分1秒でも長く一緒にいたいんだよ。それが悪いってのか？
Well, yeah, of course. I want to spend more time with Ninomiya. What's wrong with that? Yeah. What's wrong with that? What? Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what's wrong with that. I mean, it isn't good to, like, rush through patients to spend extra time with one. But at the same time, I kind of get why she doesn't want to spend time with Yamada specifically, so don't really see that much fault in it.
んなことよりよ、ちょっと聞けよ、こら。
Listen up, you fucking brat. She suddenly cuts me off and puts me in a headlock. She forcibly pulls on my head until it's buried in her boobs. Well, it feels good. It's more painful than pleasurable. Let me go. Let me go.
ああ、話してやるよ。私は今、恋しちゃってんだよ。聞こえるか？この胸のドキドキが。
I'll let you know what's going on. I got a thing for him. Can you hear it? The sound of my heart. What? The headlock turns into a sleeper hold as she tightens her arms around my throat. I'm suffocating, trying to tap out, but blinded by love, she fails to notice. Yamaguchi, I can't breathe.
ああ、そうだよ。私も苦しいんだ。ここまでマジに恋するなんて。二宮さんのことを思うだけで、私
I know, right? I can't breathe either. That's how in love with him I am. When I think about him, stop, please, this is really dangerous. I feel my face swell from the lack of oxygen. Yamaguchi's body is almost completely enveloping me at this point.
聞けよ、山田。二宮さん、いっつも私に笑顔で優しく接してくれるんだぜ。もしかしてなんてこともあっちゃうのか？
Listen, Yamada, Ninomiya is always kind and happy to see me, so it could be that.
どう思う山田？どう思うよ？なあ。どう思うって聞いてんだよな、山田。
I mean, what do you think, Yamada? What do you think? Asking you, Yamada.
もしかすんのか？そういうことがあっちゃったりすんのか？なあ。
Could it be? What do you think, Yamada?
やっば、どうしよう。二宮さんが私のこと好きだったらどうしよう。
What am I gonna do if Ninomiya likes me back? I get it, just help me already. Yamaguchi finally loosens her grip and I try to twist my body. But I'm still unable to escape her grasp.
実はな、二宮さんもうすぐ退院なんだよ。
Truth is that Ninomiya will be leaving soon. That's good to hear, but...
ああ、めでてえ話だ。だからな、その日に私、勇気を振り絞って二宮さんを食事に誘おうと思ってんだよ。
What's good about that? That's why I was trying so hard to ask him out yesterday. Sounds reasonable enough to me.
だろー
Right? Please, my neck. Yamaguchi's excitement causes her to immediately tighten the grip.
なあ、どう思うよ。さすがに初デートでそこまではないよな。でも二人とも大人だしな。てめえもちょっとそう思うよな。
So what do you think? That ain't enough for a first date, right? But we're both adults, right? What do you think, Yamada? I mean, she's kind of cute, isn't she? Like, she's so adorable. Like, I was really afraid that they wouldn't, like, add this side of the plot, but I'm really happy that they did because, like, I mean, it's not added as good as in the manga. I think it was written better in the manga. It went a bit more naturally. Here it's a bit more like, wait, what is going on? Okay. In the manga it went a bit more naturally. For her, like, telling Yamada, like, yeah, she has a crush on the guy and, like, kind of forming this, like, almost friendship bond with Yamada over her crush and being like, hey, Yamada, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have a crush on this guy, like, just being, like, all, like, cutesy and girly and being like, I just love this guy, like, help me out here. It's really adorable. Like, I think she's really cute. I just think she's cute. And I don't mind, like, violence in this sort of way. Because I just think it's kind of, like, it's kind of cute when she does it. It's kind of fucking crazy. Think about what exactly?
バカてめえ、大人の食事だぞ。いい雰囲気で酒もパカパカ開けれやちょっと休んでいこうかなんつってそのままほて。
Dinner, you moron! We find a good place and let the booze flow. Then, when we've had enough, we head straight for the hotel.
どうしよう山田。
What do I do, Yamada? How about letting me go for starters? I desperately twist my body to rip my neck away from Yamaguchi and run away. After catching my breath, it suddenly occurs to me that Yamaguchi is now hugging me, her body trembling.
ああ、やべえ。想像したら緊張してきちまった。このままじゃ本番で下手こいちまいそうだ。ちょっと練習しとくか。
Fuck, just thinking about it makes me nervous. There's no way it's gonna go off without a hitch at this rate. I should probably practice. Okay, that's gonna be for another video because I know what practice means. That wasn't a bang as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye. Let's practice in another video.